This video is not intended for viewers under the age of 13. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm proud to bring you the TFCon exclusive Fans Hobby MB-12B Master Builder Wheel Blade that was presented by thechosenprime.com. Amazing company. They had a little trouble getting this in stock, so they shipped them out Monday and I got mine Wednesday. So pretty great service over there. Fast shipping, no complaints. But anyhow, this is Fans Hobby's version of a wind blade. So I am pretty excited to get this out of the package and see what she has in store for us. Stay tuned. If you've watched my videos, then you know I'm not one to really go over a box, but I feel this one definitely deserves some attention. Just the art there is amazing. The picture of wheel blade and the picture of the car, brought to you by the Chosen Prime. It looks really good. Just the artwork alone on this feature is amazing. Picture of the eyes. Bottom, just a picture of the car again. And then you have your product shots. And this really does, in my opinion, make the Athena mold pop more. So, great packaging. First, as always, we'll start off with accessories. First thing she comes with is 2 of these blasters, which come folded up, but they're easy enough to transform. Just pull out the barrel and kick out the handle, which is easier said than done. Didn't have this much trouble before I was recording. There we go. Exact same thing as the Athena mold, just done in red and black, but looks really good. Black is actually painted on this, the rest is just cast in red plastic. But it does have some nice detail on there. Done fairly well. Now the pegs on the guns and on the sword actually are really small, so it's difficult to get in, but once you're there, you are there. The trick is just lining it up properly. There you go. And that is not coming off at all. It holds really, really good. So nicely done. And your guns can store on the thighs in bot mode. You just line up that slot with that port of the peg on the leg. And there you go. It looks good. She comes with her sword, and this is the item that I was most impressed with. It is done really well in gray plastic for the sheath, and one thing that's nice is it actually clicks into place, so it won't slide out. Pulling it out of the sheath, you got some really nice pink transparent plastic. Done really, really well in my opinion. There's no bubbles that I can see at all, but nice curved blade to it. And coming down to the handle, you got silver paint on the rim, black paint I believe all along the handle, and then silver on the exhaust pipes. I'm truly amazed at this. It actually looks really, really good. Very nice surprise at how well this was done. But it looks spot on for the character, to be honest. Which comes with the Headmaster Junior, which is honestly just a remold, a repaint of the one that came with Athena. Tolerances on this one are a bit more tighter than Athena, but that seems to be the trend with this figure, just because of the added paint. But it's done really well. Let's take a look at some detail here. Nice light blue on the visor, blue paint going across the chest, red paint on the arms and legs, and the black is painted as well. You can definitely see the texture of the paint there. But it's done really good. You want to straighten the arms, bend at the waist, bend the knees down. Now be careful because they will pop off at the joints. The legs will, and they are just, see, because of the paint, the knee joints are super tight. But once you get started, you should be okay. And you'll feel them pop into place a lot better than with Athena. I don't know if you heard that pop, but it was perfect. So it lines up really good, bringing you to the face sculpt, which just looks awesome with the white paint, blue eyes, and red around the eyes and lips. Definitely has the look of a geisha. And Windblade looks amazing. But to go along with this, you do get the painted Crest, which is black paint, blue paint, and gold paint. This looks really good. And to attach it, just simply line it up, press it on, and there's the final result. Now, if you're patient and you have lots of time on your hands, then you can get the Headmaster Junior to sit in the car, but definitely not worth the effort in my opinion. Another nice feature is the head crest. For Athena, it's stored in these holes here, but what they've done is they've changed it. They've added 2 holes here in the back, and the head crest can store there and fold down out of the way for alt mode. So it's nice that they did that. Another thing that you can do is you can bring in your pistols, and you can actually store them. There are 2 slots here on either side of the quarter panel, and if you have the dexterity, you can get them stored in the car just like that. And that brings us to alt mode, and I have to say that Wheelblade does not disappoint. It's such a vast improvement over the Athena model. Just all the paint that you see, or sorry, all the red that you see and the black that you see is painted. Where Athena, the only thing that was painted was the actual red strips. And we'll bring Athena in here in a little bit to compare, but the detail with the paint is just amazing. So we'll take a closer look here. You got nice, beautiful red going all the way down the figure. Some silver accents, silver painted wheels. Wheels are rubber. Visible bot, definitely. Coming around the back, nice venting, painted silver. Silver trim. Transparent headlights. I like the the smoked glass better than the blue as well. More silver trim there in the aerodynamics. And coming to the front, oh, you've got silver paint on the mirrors. And you've got this wonderful black stripe coming down the front, silver behind clear headlights, silver trim along the front, the accents, and then black coming down the roof of the car. And they did keep the lights from Minerva in place, but oh man, this just looks amazing. And here she is with her predecessor. You can tell it's the same design, but the paint just adds so much more to the vehicle mode. So for transformation, first thing you're going to want to do is pop off the hood or the roof. We can go ahead and get this sorted out. You want to bend down the windshield, bend this guy back, pop this forward, spin that around, pop it back. Do that and you're done with the backpack. Now, this is a little bit of a bear, so bear with me. I like to first start by gently separating the back panels from the doors, and then separating the front, again gently. And these will drop down to the side. And we'll be seeing those a lot later. One thing you can do just to save yourself a little bit of a headache, go ahead and fold them up. You want to do the windows first, and then the floor panel. Again, window, sorry, backwards. Window and floor, and just leave those to dangle. Go ahead and pop that forward a little bit, bring in those pieces, and you want to separate here, which it is a nice tight peg. There we go. Now, this part of the transformation isn't going to feel good, just to warn you now, but it is something that can be done. It can be done without scratching the paint, but it doesn't feel right as you're doing it, but just do what you need to do. Push down on the fenders a little bit and bring the fender around. It is easier said than done because it's a tight fit around the foot that's inside. See what I mean? You'll be fiddling with the doors a lot. We can just put those there temporarily, and we can go ahead and stow the mirror. So fold it in and fold it in. Bring what you just undid around. Pull this part of the foot out. And now bring the leg through. And again, it's a tight fit, but you can get it. That'll bring the knee out for you. So we're gonna sort out the foot. Bring the bottom of the foot down, bring this over, flip, and flip that guy up. There's your foot. Bring this part of the leg around and connect it back with the hood. Then bring this guy, it's on a slider. Make sure you're slid all the way towards the wheel, and this peg will go into that slot. And this does fit so much better than Athena. I think it is the added paint that helps, but man, these hold so much better. Not the slightest motion is going to knock them off as it does with Athena. We'll do that again. Pop the hood and the fender loose. Bring it around that tight fit of the foot. Bring that foot section up. You want to do that because this peg actually fits in there. So you can't raise the hood away from the leg if that's in place. Bring the foot down. Bring the foot down. Swing this around, fold it up, and fold it up. And lastly, bring the fender back around, get it in place, slide towards the wheel, peg it in. And there you go. That is 2 legs done. Now going to the upper body, you want to separate these 2 panels, bring them down, here's the interesting part. Separate this piece, twist, and another twist. Same on the other side, twisting outward, twist, and twist. Join those back together. And that will become her back. So lean her forward, push that in right there, and then push these 2 guys back together. That is her back done. So now you want to fold the rear bumpers in, bring them to the side, extend your arm, bring it down, bend the elbow out, bring the hand to the side. Pretty self-explanatory. Arm up, shoulder down, and there we go. That is the body done. Now we'll deal with the shoulders. Essentially, what you're trying to do is simple enough. You're wanting, per the instructions, just simple twist of the components, and there you go, per the instructions. Now you can, if you choose, bring it down. You can have her fenders like that, out to the sides. I have seen other configurations, but per the instructions, this is what you're looking for. Now we'll bring in the head that we were certain we had transformed already, so we could do the transformation in one take. And simply plug that in. And there we have Fans Hobby MB-12B wheel blade. And this is just such an improvement over Athena. The decor is just amazing. So let's take a look at some detail here. Now, all of the loose joints on Athena have been remedied. Shoulders still do tend to go up and down, but I mean, that just helps with articulation. But we've already looked at the head sculpt, but coming down, we've got nice blue across the chest, red paint, silver accents on the abs. Coming down the waist, again, red paint, black accents. There is the thighs, and coming down to the legs, nicely painted, beautiful, beautiful detail. Arms painted as well, gray paint, red paint, black paint. Hands are not painted. As far as articulation, head can look up and down, a little bit of attitude because of the ball. We do have the chest gimmick. Sadly, it's powered by the chest flipping down and not by plugging the head in, but it is nice that it's there. Arms, you can do a full 360. Upper bicep, way more than 90 on the elbows. Wrists rotation, you can actually flip the wrist out as well, pivot it out. Thumb is on its own pin, and then the fingers are articulated but not individually. So you do have bend at 2 knuckles, but they move as one solid piece, but it's done okay. Okay, down to the waist, you do have a ball joint, so you've got plenty of articulation. Forward, back, just be careful because it does tend to catch on itself. So when you're lowering it down, make sure you push it back. Hips, you got ball joints, so you're able to get out to there with the legs, out to there, all the way back. A little bit of rotation, and there is an added little bit more on the actual thigh piece itself, so it does extend past the ball joint. And then knee can bend 90. You can cheat it a little bit if you undo the door, which works so much better staying in place now, and you get more than 90. So that's pretty good. And then feet are a cheat. You got tilt on the toe. You got an outward tilt on the toe, which is weird. And you do have a little bit up, but nothing down. So all in all, really, really well articulated. Overall, what is there to say? This is a vast improvement of the previous release. The paint, the great articulation and posability, and the just the overall feel of the product make it well worth the $79 price tag. If you were unsure about Athena, but you were curious about the mold, this option is there, and by all means, I do recommend pulling the trigger. It is well worth it. The feel has a completely different style than Athena. The joints have been tightened where there were issues before there were not. Again, to me it feels like Athena was designed to have paint. They allowed the tolerances to account for paint, but they failed to follow through. So what you end up with is a very loose, very incomplete feeling final product. That is not the case with Wheel Blade. I do recommend reaching out to the Chosen Prime and getting this bot. If she's still in stock, definitely. I can't say more good things about, or I can't say enough good things about the Chosen Prime. Their service is amazing. They always ship out quickly, and if there's a problem, they make it right. And if not, they send you an email telling you what the problem is and what the remedy is. So they keep you informed. They're fully transparent. Now, that being said, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and get your bell on so that you're informed for future content. I've got some more G.I. Joes coming, as well as the TFCon exclusive Batman, and also Planet X Helios. So there's that to look forward to. I hope to see you again next time.